Do you want to successfully complete the WGU D488 Objective Assessment for Cybersecurity Architecture and Engineering course? Then you're in the right place. Our website provides a list of questions and answers with an emphasis on preparing for your success in the Cybersecurity Architecture and Engineering D488 course. In this video, we will cover questions from encryption mode, standards, risk management strategies, disaster recovery planning, malware, threats, prevention, and security best practices. So, let's get started. 1. What is the purpose of 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗬𝗱? A. To encrypt data securely. B. To verify the authenticity of digital signatures. C. To establish secure key exchanges. D. To manage user authentication. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer: B. To verify the authenticity of digital signatures. Explanation: 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗬𝗱 is specifically designed for creating and verifying digital signatures, ensuring the integrity and authenticity of messages. 2. Which algorithm is primarily used for securely exchanging cryptographic keys over an insecure channel? A. RSA. B. 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗀. C. AES. D. 𝗬𝗂256. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer: B. 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗀. Explanation: 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗀 allows two parties to establish a shared secret key without pre-sharing any secret, making it ideal for secure communications. 3. What is the key characteristic of cipher block chaining mode? A. It does not require an initialization vector. B. Each plaintext block is encrypted independently. C. The previous ciphertext block influences the encryption of the current plaintext block. D. It is a synchronous stream cipher. Do you know the answer? Correct answer: C. The previous ciphertext block influences the encryption of the current plaintext block. Explanation: in CBC mode, each plaintext block is XORed with the previous ciphertext block before being encrypted, which provides added security against certain attacks. 4. What is the primary disadvantage of using electronic codebook mode? A. It requires an initialization vector. B. It does not provide confidentiality. C. Identical plaintexts result in identical ciphertexts. D. It is more complex than other modes. Do you know the answer? Correct answer: C. Identical plaintexts result in identical ciphertexts. Explanation: ECB mode encrypts at identical plaintext blocks into identical ciphertext blocks, making it vulnerable to pattern analysis and other attacks. 5. How does output feedback mode operate in cryptography? A. It uses the previous ciphertext for encryption. B. It turns a block cipher into a synchronous stream cipher. C. It requires padding of the plaintext. D. It does not allow for error propagation. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer: B. It turns a block cipher into a synchronous stream cipher. Explanation: OFB mode generates a key stream independently of the plaintext in ciphertext, allowing for error-free encryption and decryption. 6. What is the function of counter mode in encryption? A. It produces a one-time pad. B. It uses a counter value to generate ciphertext. C. It relies on a previous ciphertext block for encryption. D. It operates only on fixed-size blocks. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer: B. It uses a counter value to generate ciphertext. Explanation. CTR mode increments a counter for each block, encrypts it, and XORs it with the plaintext to produce the ciphertext. 7. Which authenticated encryption mode utilizes a one-time key for strong message authentication? A. Cipher block. Chaining. B. Electronic code. Book. C. Poly. 1305. D. Output feedback. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Poly 1305. Explanation. Poly 1305 is designed for fast message authentication, utilizing a one-time key to provide strong integrity checks. 8. What is the primary risk management strategy for securing sensitive data in an application? A. Regular software updates. B. User training. C. Encryption of all sensitive data. D. Strong passwords. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Encryption of all sensitive data. Explanation. Encrypting sensitive data ensures that it remains confidential, even if unauthorized access occurs. 9. What risk management strategy can effectively reduce the threat surface of a new web application? A. Implementing strong passwords. B. Using hardening measures to remove unnecessary services. C. Regularly updating user access rights. D. Conducting user training sessions. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Using hardening measures to remove unnecessary services. Explanation. Reducing unnecessary services, protocols, and applications decreases the potential entry points for attackers. 10. How does risk tolerance influence mobile application development in financial services? A. It determines the acceptable level of risk based on potential impacts. B. It sets the budget for application development. C. It defines the technical specifications of the application. D. It focuses solely on compliance with regulations. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. It determines the acceptable level of risk based on potential impacts. Explanation. Risk tolerance helps organizations understand how much risk they can accept while developing applications that manage customer accounts. 11. Which strategy can reduce the risk of a data breach in an SQL database? A. Regular software updates. B. Limiting access to the SQL database. C. Increasing the database storage capacity. D. Conducting user training. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Limiting access to the SQL database. Explanation. By enforcing access controls, organizations can prevent unauthorized access and reduce the likelihood of a data breach. 12. What Wi-Fi encryption standard is recommended for compliance with PCI DSS? A. WEP. B. WPA. C. WPA2 with AES. D. TKIP. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. WPA2 with AES. Explanation. WPA2 with AES encryption is required to secure wireless networks and ensure compliance with PCI DSS standards. 13. What security control helps protect personal data in compliance with GDPR? A. Data minimization. B. Strong authentication. C. Encryption. D. Regular audits. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Encryption. Explanation. Encrypting personal data is a key measure to protect it and ensure compliance with GDPR requirements. 14. Which control will secure a web-based credit monitoring service according to FCRA? A. Encryption. B. Access controls. C. Regular software updates. D. Security training. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Access controls. Explanation. Access controls are crucial for restricting access to sensitive credit information, ensuring compliance with FCRA requirements. 15. What is the primary purpose of application allow listing in a financial institution? A. To encrypt all transactions. B. To prevent unauthorized programs from running. C. To monitor user activities. D. To enhance network performance. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To prevent unauthorized programs from running. Explanation. Application. Allow listing ensures that only approved software can execute, reducing the risk of malware and other unauthorized applications. 16. Which type of disaster recovery site allows a hospital to resume operations quickly? A. Cold site. B. Warm site. C. Hot site. D. Virtual site. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Warm site. Explanation. A warm site has some hardware and software ready, enabling faster recovery compared to a cold site. 17. What protocol ensures critical systems remain available during unexpected events? A. Incident Response Protocol. B. Business Continuity Plan. C. Disaster Recovery Protocol. D. Network Security Protocol. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Disaster Recovery Protocol. Explanation. A disaster recovery protocol provides structured procedures to recover critical systems with minimal downtime. 18. What term describes the maximum downtime a business can tolerate before significant harm occurs? A. Recovery point objective. B. Maximum tolerable downtime. C. Business impact analysis. D. Service level agreement. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Maximum tolerable downtime. Explanation. MTD is the duration of time that a business can be non-operational without incurring serious consequences. 19. What does a privacy impact assessment evaluate? A. The effectiveness of security controls. B. The impact of a disaster recovery plan. C. The effects of data protection measures on operations. D. The performance of network infrastructure. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. The effects of data protection measures on operations. Explanation. A PIA assesses how updates or changes to data, data handling practices, impact the organization and its stakeholders. 20. Which solution can streamline a company's incident response process? A. Firewalls. B. CM. C. SOAR. D. IDS. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. SOAR. Explanation. SOAR security of orchestration, automation, and response, integrates and automates various security tools to enhance incident response efficiency. 21. What is the primary function of security information and event management? A. Encrypting sensitive data. B. Managing user access. C. Centralizing data collection and analysis. D. Conducting vulnerability assessments. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Centralizing data collection and analysis. Explanation. SIEM aggregates and analyzes security data across an enterprise, providing visibility into potential threats and compliance reporting. 22. What can a content delivery network help improve in a company's disaster recovery plan? A. Security protocols. B. Website speed and performance. C. User authentication. D. Data encryption. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Website speed and performance. Explanation. A CDN optimizes content delivery, improving website performance, especially during high traffic volumes or disasters. 23. Which tool provides visibility into cloud applications and enforces data security policies? A. Firewall. B. SIEM. C. Cloud access. Security broker. D. VPN. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Cloud access. Security broker. Explanation. A CASP helps organizations manage security and compliance for cloud services by providing visibility and control over data access. 24. How can an organization ensure effective third-party vendor management? A. Rely solely on vendor certifications. B. Regular audits and assessments. C. Long-term contracts. D. Basic security training. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Regular audits and assessments. Explanation. Conducting audits and assessments of third-party vendors ensures that they meet security standards and maintain compliance. 25. Which element is critical for developing a robust incident response plan? A. Frequent software updates. B. Comprehensive documentation. C. User awareness training. D. Firewalls. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Comprehensive documentation. Explanation. Thorough documentation of processes and procedures is essential for effective incident response and recovery. 26. What is the purpose of the risk assessment in cybersecurity? A. To implement security controls. B. To identify and prioritize risks. C. To ensure compliance. D. To develop training programs. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To identify and prioritize risks. Explanation. A risk assessment systematically identifies potential threats and evaluates their impact, helping organizations prioritize their responses. 27. Which practice is essential for maintaining data integrity during data migration? A. Frequent backups. B. Data validation checks. C. Encryption. D. Access controls. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Data validation checks. Explanation. implementing data validation checks ensures that data is accurately transferred and maintains its integrity throughout the migration process. 28. What is the primary advantage of using tokenization in data security? A. Increased encryption strength. B. Simplified data access. C. Reduced data breach risk. D. Faster data transfer. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Reduced data breach risk. Explanation. Tokenization replaces sensitive data with non-sensitive tokens, minimizing the impact of data breaches by protecting the original data. 29. How does regular penetration testing benefit an organization? A. It guarantees complete security. B. It identifies vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. C. It increases user awareness. D. It complies with all regulations. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. It identifies vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. Explanation. Penetration testing simulates attacks to discover weaknesses in systems, allowing organizations to remediate issues proactively. 30. What is the primary role of a data loss prevention (DLP) solution? A. To encrypt all data in transit. B. To monitor and control data transfers. C. To perform regular backups. D. To manage user access permissions. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To monitor and control data transfers. Explanation. DLP solutions help organizations prevent unauthorized data transmissions, ensuring sensitive information remains protected. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAExams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAExams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. Which type of malware disguises itself as legitimate software? A. Virus. B. Worm. C. Trojan. D. Ransomware. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Trojan. Explanation. Trojans masquerade as benign applications to trick users into installing them, often leading to system compromise. 32. What is the primary purpose of a firewall? A. To encrypt network traffic. B. To monitor user activities. C. To prevent unauthorized access to a network. D. To manage passwords. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. To prevent unauthorized access to a network. Explanation. Firewalls serve as a barrier between trusted and untrusted networks, filtering traffic based on predefined security rules. 33. What is a primary characteristic of ransomware? A. It steals data without the user's knowledge. B. It locks users out of their systems until a ransom is paid. C. It spreads through email attachments. D. It installs keyloggers to capture user input. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. It locks users out of their systems until a ransom is paid. Explanation. Ransomware encrypts user files or locks access to systems, demanding payment to restore access. 34. How can organizations mitigate phishing attacks? A. Implementing multi-factor authentication. B. Relying on antivirus software. C. Increasing email storage limits. D. Reducing network bandwidth. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Implementing multi-factor authentication. Explanation. Multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security, making it more difficult for attackers to gain unauthorized access, even if credentials are compromised. 35. Which practice is essential for secure software development? A. Frequent updates of user documentation. B. Integrating security testing throughout the development lifecycle. C. Focus on functionality over security. D. Minimizing communication between developers. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Integrating security testing throughout the development lifecycle. Explanation. Security testing should be embedded in every phase of development to identify vulnerabilities early and ensure a secure final product. 36. What role does the principle of least privilege play in access control? A. It allows users to access any resource they need. B. It restricts users to the minimum permissions required to perform their tasks. C. It grants administrative rights to all users. D. It simplifies user access management. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. It restricts users to the minimum permissions required to perform their tasks. Explanation. The principle of least privilege minimizes the potential damage caused by compromised accounts or insider threats by limiting access rights. 37. Which measure is most effective in securing data at rest? A. Regular software updates. B. Strong user passwords. C. Data encryption. D. Firewalls. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Data encryption. Explanation. Encrypting data at rest ensures that sensitive information remains confidential and protected against unauthorized access. 38. What is the primary purpose of a virtual private network? A. To improve internet speed. B. To mask user IP addresses. C. To encrypt internet traffic and protect data privacy. D. To enhance web browsing experience. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. To encrypt internet traffic and protect data privacy. Explanation. A VPN creates a secure connection over the internet, encrypting data to safeguard user privacy and prevent eavesdropping. 39. Which of the following is a key benefit of conducting a business impact analysis? A. It identifies the organization's best employees. B. It determines the necessary budget for security. C. It assesses the potential impact of disruptions on critical business functions. D. It guarantees compliance with all regulations. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. It assesses the potential impact of disruptions on critical business functions. Explanation. A BIA evaluates the effects of business interruptions, helping organizations prioritize recovery efforts and resources. 40. What is a key function of an intrusion detection system? A. To block unauthorized access. B. To monitor network traffic for suspicious activity. C. To encrypt sensitive data. D. To manage user authentication. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To monitor network traffic for suspicious activity. Explanation. An IDS analyzes network traffic to identify potential threats and alert administrators to suspicious behavior. 41. Which of the following is a common method used by attackers to exploit web applications? A. Phishing. B. SQL injection. C. Social engineering. D. Denial of service. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. SQL injection. Explanation. SQL injection allows attackers to manipulate queries sent to a database, potentially exposing or corrupting data. 42. How does multi-factor authentication enhance security? A. By using complex passwords. B. By requiring multiple forms of verification before granting access. C. By limiting user access to certain hours. D. By integrating biometric scans only. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. By requiring multiple forms of verification before granting access. Explanation. MFA enhances security by requiring users to provide 2 or more verification factors, making unauthorized access more difficult. 43. What does the term zero-day vulnerability refer to? A. A vulnerability that has been publicly disclosed but not yet patched. B. A vulnerability that is patched within a day of discovery. C. A vulnerability that is exploited the day it becomes known. D. A vulnerability with no known exploit. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. A vulnerability that is exploited the day it becomes known. Explanation. Zero-day vulnerabilities are unknown to the vendor, and once discovered, attackers can exploit them before a patch is released. 44. Which security framework is widely used for managing cybersecurity risks? A. NIST Cybersecurity Framework. B. ISO 9001. C. 𝗂𝗏𝗀. D. 𝗦𝘂𝗀𝗋. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. NIST Cybersecurity Framework. Explanation. The NIST Cybersecurity Framework provides guidelines for organizations to manage and reduce cybersecurity risks effectively. 45. What is the main goal of implementing an incident response plan? A. To eliminate all security incidents. B. To minimize the impact of incidents and ensure a rapid recovery. C. To track user activities. D. To increase user awareness. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To minimize the impact of incidents and ensure a rapid recovery. Explanation. An IRP outlines procedures for responding to security incidents, aiming to reduce damage and facilitate swift recovery. 46. What is the purpose of a vulnerability assessment? A. To fix existing security vulnerabilities. B. To identify and prioritize vulnerabilities in systems and applications. C. To test the effectiveness of security controls. D. To manage user permissions. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. To identify and prioritize vulnerabilities in systems and applications. Explanation. Vulnerability assessments help organizations understand their security weaknesses and prioritize remediation efforts accordingly. 47. Which type of encryption uses a single key for both encryption and decryption? A. Asymmetric encryption. B. Symmetric encryption. C. Hashing. D. Tokenization. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Symmetric encryption. Explanation. Symmetric encryption uses the same key for both encrypting and decrypting data, making it fast but requiring secure key management. 48. What is the purpose of network segmentation? A. To increase network speed. B. To create isolated environments for security. C. To simplify network management. D. To eliminate the need for firewalls. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. To create isolated environments for security. Explanation. Network segmentation divides a network into smaller, isolated segments, limiting access and reducing the impact of security breaches. 49. What is the primary risk of using public Wi-Fi networks? A. Slow internet speed. B. Data interception by attackers. C. Network congestion. D. Limited accessibility. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Data interception by attackers. Explanation. Public Wi-Fi networks are often unsecured, making it easier for attackers to intercept data being transmitted over the network. 50. Which approach is most effective in combating insider threats? A. Increased surveillance. B. Employee training and awareness programs. C. Limiting access to sensitive data. D. Regular audits of user activities. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Employee training and awareness programs. Explanation. Educating employees about the risks and signs of insider threats can significantly reduce the likelihood of such incidents occurring. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at OAExams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.